Greetings, YouTube. Once again, happy July 4th weekend sales. I know I get asked this question every year, Prof. Why is this the weekend that Kabam chooses for their mega crazy, feels like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of retail price offers for just a few hundred, which is still a lot of money. I don't want to ever discount that or underscore it to make the Marvel Casino of Champions gambling addiction even more tempting. But it is what it is. Like, when I look at these offers, especially these Paragon offers, and I'm reminded of what I talked about yesterday, right? Normally, Kabam charges over the course for one of these, just one of these, at least $500. We saw at first $1,000 for one of these. Same with the Tier 3 Alpha. So when these first came out, that was $2,000. Just for two of those. And then when Tier 5 class Catalyst selectors first came out, remember it was like $100 for a 10% selector. And then we thought it was a really good deal when it was $50 for a 20% selector, which is still the retail price for that, by the way. So if it's $50 for a 20% selector, that's $250 for one of these, which is $1,250 for five of them. And then, how often does Kabam even give us a 6-star class-based Nexus offer during the year? Is it maybe once or twice a year when it's not these? I don't know. They're normally just reserving the right to get them during sales like these. And then Tier 5 Basic are still valued at least $15 a piece. And Tier 2 Alpha are still at least on a retail price worth $5 a piece. So you're getting over $100. Like, if Kabam on a normal day, without even the units added in, just said it's $100 for 5 Tier 5 Basic and 10 Tier 2 Alphas, somebody would buy it. But certainly, they'd sell a ton of them if they sold it for $50. If they said $50 for 5 Tier 5 Basic and 10 Tier 2 Alphas straight up, that's a good amount of rake-up resources. I know that it's easier to get them now in your Paragon because you've got daily crystals. Although they did take both those resources out of the monthly calendar, which still annoys me. But let's say you don't have cash. Let's say you can't buy any of these. Let's say you just have units. Well, hidden somehow in the midst of all of these cash-based and unit-based sales is the spectacular sales tab, which I didn't even see the first time that I looked at offers. And then when I pulled it up last night, people like my friend Eric Nelson, who, if you missed his $1,200 plus opening with all Paragon and Thronebreaker crystals, it was wild crazy. And thank you for team popping everything, Eric, so it wasn't a 20-minute video. But this thing is a must-consider purchase. Let's start here. 1 Tier 2 Alpha, 1 Tier 4 Basic, 5 Tier 1 Alpha for 150 units. Okay? 150 units is just over $5 worth of units. This is the best price we have ever seen for these resources. And I'm not saying that you should consider this one immediately no matter what. But if you are not somebody who has maxed out inventory, because like I have so many Tier 2 Alpha and Tier 5 Basic in my overflow that really I'm just excited about the inventory cap increases at this point to try to figure out what's actually in the overflow. But with that being said, that's because I'm going to purchase all the offers. A lot of you don't have access to Paragon offers or you don't have the money. So if you don't have the money, that's fine. Save it for this. But this is like a B offer. The A offer is just for a measly 100 units more. And it has not as much to do with the Tier 5 Basic Catalyst as you'd think. Now, that is still the cheapest we have seen Tier 5 Basic. Remember, $10 worth of units is $275. So this is less than $10 worth of units. Normally, Kabam charges straight up, especially for Cavalier players, because they sometimes tend to get the better offer on these days for some reason. But they tend to offer $15 for 1 Tier 5 Basic, and that's it. This is less than $10, so from $15 worth of cash to less than $10 worth of units, plus, by far, the most valuable thing in this. I think you should ignore the Tier 5 Basic compared to the 2 Tier 4 class Catalyst selectors, because we don't see these anymore at all. These things are as valuable and rare as anything in the game. They're as valuable oftentimes and rare as 6 stone offers. And so you want to really utilize those units, if you have them, to guarantee yourself value. There is no RNG in this offer. There is no gamble crystal. If they were tier 4 class catalyst crystals, which we've seen in the past, this would not be the same at all. But this is an A+ offer because for 125 units apiece, just consider the tier 5 basic catalyst to be thrown in, which is a crazy phrase for me to say, by the way, on a normal day. But for 125 units apiece, you get to select the tier 4 class catalyst. We will not see this for the rest of the year. Maybe if we're lucky, Cyber Weekend in late November after Thanksgiving. But even that, by the way, I should say American Thanksgiving, because every time I say Thanksgiving, the Canadians say, that's not Thanksgiving. Well, that's not your Thanksgiving. I'm sorry. I should specify. I'm learning about cultures through YouTube. Yay. But this is an A+ offer. You need to take advantage of it, because we're not going to see it again. And if we do see it again, it's not going to be for 250 units. It's probably going to be for cash. It's probably going to be for at least double the price of this. So, as great as tier 5 basic are, and if you don't have them, that's an obvious pro to this, but I have a ton in the overflow already. It's all about the tier 4 class catalyst. I'm going to, I want to pat myself on the back, really smart thing, and not spent 3,000 extra units that I didn't need to spend on the new featured crystals the day before July 4th weekend sales. I didn't put out any of those videos. I had enough videos to put out. And so because of that, I've got 3,000 units I thought I'd spend. And I might spend 3,000 units worth of these. I might make a video on this. I don't know. We'll see. Because I want to practice what I preach, right? But this is as good as it's going to get for the rest of the year. It's the best we've ever seen. And the best part is it's not for cash. It's for units. So grind the arena if you have to. I know it's soul-sucking, but man, this is worth the time and effort if you can get yourself some tier 4 class catalyst selectors, because this is really going to be a once-a-year kind of opportunity, and you've still got 3 more days to take advantage of it.